Let's talk about bone specifically, because you've brought this.
I've brought my femur.
This is a femur.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, it's not as heavy as what I
think. It's called a sawbone. It's how we practice surgeries.
So tell me what happens to bone at the age of 30 and beyond.
It's estimated that between 15 and 25, we will build peak bone mass, meaning the cortices will be as thick as they're going to get. The trabeculae will have laid. The trabeculae are the sponge-like insides of a bone. The cortices mean like a tree bark on the outside. Our bones are not solid, actually. They're almost hollow inside with a spongy inside. But we reach the biggest our bones are going to get, the densest our bones are going to get. It's estimated, depending on who you read, by 25 or 30. And then you maintain for a while. And then both men and women will start to decline about 1% a year. And men continue to slowly decline unless they have a metabolic issue, an autoimmune disease, and then they can start having increased fractures at 50, but usually not until after 70 for men. But that is not the story for women. Women do have a 1% decline estimated a year. But there's a cataclysmic, chaotic change that happens when estrogen walks out the door, when we no longer have enough eggs in our ovaries to produce the level of estrogen that we've been making in our 30s or before. And when that happens, bone is dysregulated, meaning every tissue in the body lives in this beautiful state, or the goal is this beautiful state of homeostasis. It's a balance. It's not just work-life balance, it's physiologic balance. Bones do that too, but when you do not have estrogen, the balance no longer exists, and we break down more bone than we are capable of building. And that's why once you start in perimenopause, whether it's 45, whether it's early menopause at 35, you will lose, it's estimated, 15 to 20% of your bone density. So when women go and hear that, all of this is just a normal part of aging, well, there is a certain part of aging, but it's different for men and women.
So then are you saying that line of decay, we'll call it 35 then, around 35, 40?
You know what? Every woman is different when she reaches the critical mass of eggs, so that her monthly hormones, which has been hopefully very cyclical and very predictable, becomes chaotic. And because it has to do with the volume of eggs you have left. It's estimated by 40, the average woman has 1 to 3%, which is just too few to maintain a level of estrogen to keep you cyclical.
So then is that what frailty means?
No. Frailty is a functional definition. Like sarcopenia isn't just muscle mass. Sarcopenia is a functional definition of what is your muscle mass, what is your function, can you get up, speed of walking, getting up from a chair. So frailty is that. It's not just about how much muscle you have. It's not just about how much bone you have. It's functionally what you're capable of physically and mentally.
I've watched you over many years. I remember you and I, when we first met in person, I was like, oh my God, I'm fangirling over you. And now we've become friends
Very
and
good
colleagues.
Friends. Yes, that's
so
right.
I love that. But I've watched you evolve your career, and you did an undergraduate degree in biology, but then you moved in, you were a nurse, which I think gave you that real compassionate side to you. And then you went into orthopedic medicine or orthopedic surgery. So you're dealing with bones on a daily basis, reconstructing them, putting them together, fractures, almost everything. I think you've even assessed my knee at one point, which was fun. And you've got a really big name right now. I think a lot of people are looking at you in the longevity space, and they're coming to you for advice on bone health, probably. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Everything within the musculoskeletal pathway, actually.
So what is the underlying message that you're trying to put out there to the world? You've brought your incredible book. I feel like, am I the first one to have your book in my hands?
You're the first one to see the hard copy. It just came out today, actually. They just they had it delivered to me today.
I feel very privileged. So you're trying to get a message out there. This is called Unbreakable. What's the message that you're trying to get out there?
Unbreakable, actually, it's kind of a double meaning. I am an orthopedic surgeon, and when people think of that, they think of bones primarily. The reality is that we are the doctors that take care of the entire musculoskeletal system. So muscle, bone, tendon, ligament, fat, muscle stem cells, cartilage, even the annulus, which is the disc in the back, belongs in our category. And the reason is that all those end tissues are derived from the same mesenchymal stem cell. They are all cousins. They talk to each other.